It's the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
This building holds just north of 80,000. They have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter, it's Taylor Heineke.
Let's face it, you don't see too many Old Dominion alums suiting up under center in the NFL. And in fact, Taylor Heineke, the first ODU quarterback to suit up for a regular season game, not to mention doing well in the playoffs. This guy's an absolute fighter. Fought for every chance he's had in this league. Attitude, determination, those carry over to his teammates very well.
Heineke going to put it up right away. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he takes us beyond 35 before going out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep the receivers alive, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Heineke. And they'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 44, Heineke. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And they'll get it down on the other side of midfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback's on, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now a 1,000-yard rush will season to go. Antonio Gibson with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Once more, Gibson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Heineke. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, but we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. Complete, it's Dodson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Heineke. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
They picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he short the line to gain. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game. They set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long, even though they don't get it. Because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. To throw is Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. How about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Now that's a mountain of a man just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
From the 50, it's Watson. Tries a right side and finds Bell. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep a quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they hand out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. Sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal drive for the Browns. This one from 46 yards out. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gibson again. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quicker.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drill getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd go to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Heineke. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got it. It's Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Heineke. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy has the legs to escape most of these.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running this guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now we're throwing here, going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Watson just beating the play clock. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Watson now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Bell from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Washington offense heading out. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Heineke's throw complete to Dodson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They take it inside his own 40. They called out a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over first and 10. Deshaun Watson leading the Browns offense back out there. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it, and they'll start here with a first and 10.
Let's go, baby. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's go. Let's do it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Bell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
First and 10, kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 7, Heineke. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch from the day, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Heineke now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On second down, here's Heineke again. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, we'll talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball. Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup or someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Heineke now from the 50. Got a man, it's Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's the gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Heineke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
Watson and Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 31, Watson. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
So for the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down,
Let's go. Get it now. Yeah. You coming?
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd down at 4. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Still 2nd down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. Caught here by Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. Having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back into 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Watson swings this out for Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 of the 11. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Another completion here to Hunt. Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the first, and they're out of timeouts. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First things first, let's get a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for Washington, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring them down just outside of the 15. And the Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Watson, he'll get this one underneath to Hunt. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our defense? It's a really tough task to match up to him.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and it picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, the man had time to fight in and drop him. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. That screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one, but we can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Watson on first down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
Complete to Kareem Hunt.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 8. Watson out to throw, and that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they return to ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Commanders nothing.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the 2nd half. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Slings this deep from Cloran. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hit if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Heineke. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pushes him over. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On first down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in to drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get this to Bell. And he is going to have the Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Cleveland.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for 1st down there to the tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
To throw is Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give credit on the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, Heineke. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Roughing the passer, defense.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Heineke now. And his throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Heineke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Tressway now as he's on punt for Washington. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Back to throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 23. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brad, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb, and he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you try to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 3 yards out. And the Browns have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on, let's call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So that, a potential lifeline offensively, gets them out of harm's way deep in their own end.
You nailed that one perfectly, because those are the kind of mistakes that give defensive coordinators fits. They make a good play, and they let them off the hook.
Let us dictate. Don't stop that motor.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Heineke. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. And you figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Heineke. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, they clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Chubb running right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. It didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. And more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put the points up on the board.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Heineke. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to raise that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. In this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Heineke. Thomas brings it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 45 on 2nd down, Heineke flushed out right. And Thomas has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Heineke to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear a lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And now in that last play, they actually went reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.